NFL is here. Finally. We got the Cowboys at the Giants. Wednesday night kickoff. Marco D'Angelo is a free pick. Who do you like and why?
RJ, I like Dallas here, and I know I'm going to be in a minority with this game, but you know me, I'm a situational handicapper, and revenge is one of the biggest motivators in football. Division revenge and playoff revenge, and we kind of got both of the same here. Even though it's not playoff revenge, it's the reason the Cowboys weren't in the playoffs last year. They lost to the Giants twice. The final game of the regular season, it came down, winner was going. Dallas beat them at home on a Sunday night football game. I like Dallas to get the revenge, spoil the Super Bowl celebration.
My thought is always you can't have revenge unless you lose. So to me, the Cowboys have been getting killed by the Giants. That causes me pause, guys.
Yeah, I mean, they've had revenge for a while here. They've lost 7 of the last 10
since the
to
90s.
The Giants. So I don't see really what extra motivation they have going into this game. Obviously, they're playing the Super Bowl, defending Super Bowl champs, primetime game. But I think they're going to get a motivated Giants team as well.
I was just going to say Coughlin, I think, is 10-6 now, straight up against Dallas since he's been with the Giants, 12-4 against the spread. If the Cowboys are going to get some revenge, it's going to have to come from a decent and better pass rush, because if you look at what happened last year, I mean, Eli lit him up for over 600 yards passing, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. And the thing that scares me the most is that they won't have Ratliff at nose tackle for this game. He's out with the ankle injury.
I agree with revenge if it's off of one game. If it's a trend where this team's personnel do particularly well against another team's personnel, that makes me like the team that's doing better. I went to 12-4 ATS.
But to argue his side, and that's a good point, is that the Dallas Cowboys have shored up some of those problems. They went out and got the young kid from LSU in the defensive backfield to try to take care of some of those secondary issues.
And that was their weakness, I think. They were allowed the 25th worst.
But let's be honest,
rating.
if a rookie cornerback is your salvation and it's the first game,
be pretty darn good.
I'm a little concerned. Point number 2.
The other point is, again, not to beat to death last year's games, but that second game when they played at the end of the season, you had Tony Romo with a banged-up hand, playing in inclement weather in the Meadowlands. You also had no DeMarco Murray.
What kind of weather exactly?
Inclement weather. Bad
weather.
weather.
The same as
bad weather. Just say bad. When you're from Pittsburgh, just say bad weather.
Okay, bad weather. So the other part of it is I really do believe the Cowboys are going to be able to run the ball in this game, and I think that's
why are they going to be able to run the ball any better than last year?
They didn't have DeMarco Murray last year in neither game.
They do think they're going to have, and they think they're going to have the first 1,000-yard rusher since the Emmitt Smith days, since 2006. They're really high on running the ball.
They also didn't have a passing threat because of Romo's injured hand.
But what year hasn't people come in high on the Cowboys in the last 5 or 6?
Every single year. They're so overrated as far as the marketplace goes. They never make you money over the course of a season. When's the last time they turned a profit?
Did you see what they did, though? Let me just throw this out there. The dress rehearsal, and this is on Marco's side here. If you watch their dress rehearsal game, their top unit on offense against, I know it was the Rams, but the Rams' top defense, 4 of their first possessions went for 60 yards or more with that offense. They were clicking on all cylinders. So there is that to think about when you're going up against the Giants in this one.
Giants lost a lot with the salary cap, too.
Exactly.
Manningham's gone, Jacobs is gone, and but their defense is healthy.
That's a lot for a Super Bowl team?
Well,
that seems
the
third receiver and a running back that.
I think because they played that 1-2 punch in the backfield.
All right, well, here's my point on the game, and I'll make the one biggest contrary point. It's Witten. Mike Colbert from Cantor Racing Sportsbooks, who's great friends with Pregame, he made the point that Witten is one of the dozen players in the NFL, so only about 12, that are non-quarterbacks who are worth a half a point or around a half a point. So this is one of the dozen most valuable non-quarterbacks in the league out for this game. And to me, what they're saying here is, I'm not sure I love the Giants, but I just don't see the value on the Cowboys. But
one other, and I know there's going to be
last
point. People are going to point out that over the last several years, Super Bowl champs in that opening preseason or regular season game has gone 8-1 against the spread. A lot of those matchups, though, weren't division games where you had that Super Bowl champ. You've got those big marquee, Thursday night games that we've had in the past year. This is the first time that I can remember.
And how does being in the division affect things?
Division games are different. You should know that more.
Different in what way, though? Not necessarily towards your side.
But the teams like Baltimore, Pittsburgh, you can't tell me that when Baltimore and Pittsburgh plays that there's not a higher intensity from both sides of the team. I know it's going to be
So
a big
you're saying it doesn't necessarily favor Dallas. You're saying it might kind of mitigate that 8-1 stat you talked about.
Yes.
Okay, here comes the time. We're getting Marco's official free pick.
All right, guys, we're going to open the week on Wednesday, taking the Dallas Cowboys plus the points. I think they're going to be able to run the ball, shorten the game, keep Eli off the field. They finally break through and beat the New York Giants. I'm calling for the outright upset on Wednesday.
All right, guys, great stuff. We're going to be doing videos for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sounds like almost The Godfather, right? Remember the scene?
Every day.
Every day, and we're going to have multiple videos on most days, and you can get all of those at pregame.tv.